I lost literally the last sentence.
Okay. So that's basically how I do it. I do it over and over and over again. And what I find is that once you do a certain amount of repetition, and I make it fun, right? Even when it was computer science and programming, the way I would learn things is I would just keep on doing them over and over and over again. And it was fun for me. And maybe I'm not as smart. In fact, I can guarantee you I'm not as smart as probably everyone watching this and most of the people here at this conference. But for me, just doing it over and over and over again made up for any actual failings of my personality.
So how do you think
and
we can
point
make?
out, I wasn't a great student. It took me a while to learn this trick, but once I did, I started getting very, very good grades.
And how do you think we can change the very structure of schools so that more kids can learn that way?
Let's see now. I hate project work because it keeps people from doing the work over and over and over again. I changed the structure of school. I don't know. It seems that in some ways school has moved away from the rote learning aspects that I'm talking about.
Depends on where.
I think in some places it's easily applicable. My absurd amounts of repetition, whether it's math or you basically can learn the most by doing it over and over again. And I guess the other side of this is you have a measure at the end, right? So in the case of writing, if you write something over and over again, it doesn't matter if you're terrible at writing. So you would need somebody to look at it and say, well, you can't use this way, or man, you sound like an idiot, and that sort of confrontation is actually very, very difficult to get productively in a school situation, in my opinion. So the whole point of open source software and the reason it works is that there's so many people basically looking at what you're doing all the time down to the core. And so what happens is, of the hundreds of thousands of projects that have been created all over the world, people have really only heard of maybe 10 or 20 of them if you actually pin them down. And they're only really exposed to maybe 30 or 40 of them because those are the ones that survive that level of introspection, right? And so, it comes down to attendance sometimes.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.